on team right now, we've got Azure up against Slaughterhouse, with the match for Rainmaker starting right now. So
yeah, and we saw Slaughterhouse power playing Squiffer the previous set, and it looks like Power is still going to be playing on this Squiffer. I'm interested to see how that goes out on Rainmaker.
yeah, very much. It looks like the battle for the pop has begun. Looks like it's very much in favor of Azure right now.
Yeah, Taylor does get taken out from that pop, but we do want to see if there's going to be an aggressive first push, or if maybe the teams are going to bide their time a little bit before picking up Rainmaker. Azure does grab, though, and is starting to make an aggressive push with that Inkjet, giving some splats to the flat there.
Yeah, very much so. Pika's up there harassing people up on the top platform with the hammer, but unfortunately gets taken out. Rainmaker finally gets taken down near the garlic/foot, whatever you want to call it. And now is a chance for Slaughterhouse to get some turf control back in mid and fight back. So it looks like Keen right now is putting in some work up top here.
Yeah, and I love how quickly Keen rushed to, like, from one plat to the other. They knew exactly where they needed to be to make a counter push happen here, and use that umbrella just to really play both an aggressive and a defensive maneuvers there.
Yeah, defensive maneuver, shielding just in time to shield himself from that splashdown, but not enough to survive for too much longer. Taylor going up right now to once again crash the top perch and get some turf back. Unfortunately, gets taken out. There looks like right now Slaughterhouse is dodging the Stingray and trying to find a nice way to get up there. Another big donation coming in.
Yeah, we've got some big ones coming in here, but looking in at the plays Taylor is making here, getting in a nice position to potentially blast off some missiles onto that plat, get a little bit more turf coverage. Right now, it's a pretty even game, 61 to 58, and so I really do feel this is anyone's match so far. Power did a wonderful job with that Squiffer. I think having access to the Inkjet and being able to put in a lot of damage on that Rainmaker shield very quickly is the strategy they're going for.
Yeah, looks like they're right now just applying a lot of pressure, trying to maintain their hold on that top platform there. But it looks like Azure right now is doing a big aggressive counter push to get up to the platform there, taking back the. Is that taking back the lead? And just putting on a lot of pressure. This game is far from over right now.
Yeah, seeing that the sloshing machine versus the umbrella, you can really see how the arc on that sloshing machine can put in a ton of damage. And being able to, I think that's 3 in a row, Toast getting some really nice plays. And that's going to allow them to just keep that aggression on the plat. And Azure is just playing really, really up front right now.
Yeah, trying their best to push back and just really get up there, up to the platform. Only a minute 34 left right now, and looks like we're going to have a jump out for safety. And yeah.
Yeah, that Stingray is going to be very useful in the last minute of the game here. If that can be used to put a stop to any last-minute push that Slaughterhouse has, that could be a game-saving special. So we do see Shy putting that out right now and shutting down the push. About a minute on the clock, though, so it still can swing back in Slaughterhouse's favor here.
Very much so. So that looked like they pushed Slaughterhouse right out of their platform there.
They did, but they got 3 consecutive jumps back to mid. So that will immediately give them a good set of momentum to push. Whether they'll be able to push onto the plat, that is going to be the deciding factor here.
Yeah, last minute Rainmaker pickup just before it resets, and Howard putting in some work, trying to pressure them out, in a path with the Inkjet, but unable to get a pickup with that, unfortunately.
I appreciate as well that Power was also using that Inkjet to put some ink on that cube, so the Rainmaker could hang out behind the cube.
Inching ever closer to that
in a defensive play. Yeah, now this looks like it could be it. The lead gets to a tie, but shuts down at that tie.
I think they've got a good chance to get lead there. Oh, made the way up to the pedestal. Only 9 seconds left. Looking like Azure wants to get in there. They really got to hold in overtime, but getting picked off by Power with that Squiffer. They do have the Rainmaker going the left route trying to escape, but they're already
guarding there with that Squiffer, that Inkjet. This is going to be a long uphill battle if Azure wants to come back, but
they've got one taken down on Slaughterhouse's side there. Oh! Gets flanked, taken out with a bomb.
Power with the flank. That was really... I did not expect that, but expect the unexpected with Power. That was a beautiful play, and I really like the way they were able to keep the momentum on that plat. They were able to coordinate their jumps so incredibly well that last minute really did swing in Slaughterhouse's favor.
Yeah, as you mentioned before there, just the fact that they were all able to jump in right away, it's almost like the wipe was not as big of a deal as it could have been there. But
yeah, absolutely. Coordinating a wipe with your teammates, if you can still have one player up that you can jump back to, that can be all the difference. But it looks like we got a few more donations, Takuno.
Yeah. So after the donation from Big Hector, we had one big Mimi donation from Arcs and Pillars for $420.69, saying, "If y'all won't do it, I'll do it myself."
We really do appreciate that $420.69. That puts us up to $4,100.46, pushing us up past our $4,000 incentive and ever closer to our $5,000 Cat in the Hat incentive.
Yeah, burying the hat, we're getting there.
Thank you all so much. I do want to make sure we shout out as well Nico Loco with the $10 and JX Games with the $20. Thank you both so much as well. It is with the support of everyone here coming together as a community that we're able to really raise so much. We are really amazed by how much you've all put in.
Yeah, absolutely. And all these small donations do add up quite a bit. Big donations are obviously very nice to have, but if you're able to donate, that's great, even if it's a small amount. And if you're not able to, just share it around and peer pressure your friends, because it's for a good cause.
Absolutely. Peer pressure is always okay when it's for a good cause. Right? Right,
100%.
Takuno? Exactly.
I don't have much to say against that, because I've definitely done some peer pressuring for good causes myself before. So,
but it's like peer pressure, like at a shipping pier, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of peer pressure we're talking about today.
Exactly. When the winds are really blowing on that pier, it puts a lot of force on those buildings there.
Absolutely.
Hats off to the engineers who designed piers really well.
So we are going into some peer pressure here on tower control. And it looks like Power is sticking with that Squiffer, which I really like seeing. I love seeing competitive Squiffer play, but we are going to see some other weapons coming out here. Tell us about some of the other picks you see here.
So it looks like Shy's taken up the Splatoscope in order to combat Power a little bit, as well as a Luna Blaster coming out, which is obviously a popular pick for Tower just because of how it can shoot people off that tower real quick.
Yeah, and 3 going down on the side of Azure. So it looks like this will be a quick grab, and Power is getting the jump back to tower. Now Keen's got the bomb rush, but is taken out by that snipe.
Yeah, unable to maintain pressure there, but it looks like they're still right at that checkpoint. They're struggling to stay on the tower just due to the pressure that Azure is putting on them right now. They're able to get it back. Toast taking people off the tower there and pushing up ahead to try and get some ground, some turret control, taking Taylor out up the jump, and people are just harassing Power right now.
Yeah, I think what we saw from the last match there was how Slaughterhouse was able to really manipulate their jumps and have that extra few seconds on the map to their advantage. And the minute the jumps were compromised there, that really did sway the favor of the match, and Azure is able to get the tower and get in through this checkpoint. Not able to get the lead, but getting right to that checkpoint tie there.
Yeah, getting past that checkpoint will help them with next push they are able to do. But as of right now, it's Slaughterhouse back on the tower. Looks like Pika's trying to do a sneaky flank over here and going underneath. Looks like they're being pursued by the Flingza. Underground battle here with no turf to hide in. Gets taken out, unfortunately, and Soldier fights back with a nice Tenta missile.
Yeah, and this game is still so evenly matched. I really like being able to see how both teams are playing really defensive when it comes to that choke point. Once you pass that choke point, that's past the first checkpoint, it really can start to snowball. And seeing both teams play a really defensive spot around that bottleneck, that is incredibly important in keeping your momentum.
Yes, once teams typically make it past this bottleneck here, things can go quite quickly in the favor of the team pushing. So the fact that we haven't seen either team manage to get that foothold and finish off that push to get to the next checkpoint has been impressive to see from both sides.
Yeah, like seeing a sniper be able to secure the spot like where Shy is hanging out right now. Shy making a smart call to jump back, let the teammates get the get the assist on that kill there.
Yeah, and just making sure that they maintain their special meter and regrouping with the rest of their team. Now, here's what we were talking about earlier, where they Slaughterhouse has pushed up and tried to take complete control of this top area here, but Toast making sure that they launch that tower back towards mid and push things back the other way.
And Toast with a really good eye on that jump as well. Power got taken out, and I don't even think there was the jump marker from what I could tell. I think that was a ninja stealth jump coming in. But being able just to know where those jumps are going to be spawning in from and making sure you do not let the opponent get back from spawn safely.
Azure doing really good here. Just took out 3 on the side of Slaughterhouse, which have just respawned now. Their hold in this area here is a little flimsy, but they're trying to make it work. Shy doing a good job of hopping on and off this tower to keep that timer going, but not able to survive that onslaught of just all this purple ink everywhere.
Yeah, that was an amazing push. Shy had the Stingray, which could have been used to support tower a little bit more, but without the ability to get to somewhere safe to really utilize that from, it reset there back before clearing the checkpoint. Now, neither team has fully cleared that final checkpoint, so this game could still go in anyone's favor. But getting it in past that 20 mark is going to be an uphill battle for Azure at this point.
Yeah, and with only 20 seconds left, they're going to have to make some aggressive pushes, but maybe not aggressive, but smart and quick plays is what we got to see right now in order for this to happen. So right now we've got a Bomber coming up from here on, from Keen, just keeping the area safe and making himself a big target for Shy. And looks like we've got Azure back on the tower here, trying to get that last checkpoint cleared. But
this will be a tricky one to clear. They are going to have to keep eyes on both sides of the tower. They are getting, taken out by that roller coming up from the front, the Squiffer on the side.
Yeah, 3 team members from Azure dropped with only 1 more on tower, and that was a pretty quick overtime killer there, So
Slaughterhouse takes that, and Power with the top KA rocking that Squiffer. I think Power's found a really good fit with this the last few matches. The range that you sacrifice by going into the Squiffer hasn't seemed to be detrimental at all when you play and aim like Power does.
Yeah, very impressive shots from Power that I've seen earlier today, and that's my main qualm with the Squiffer, is that the range is a little bit shorter, so seeing it used so effectively is pretty incredible to see. We just got another donation from Chimer XD, $5. Happy to see you guys are doing this, and thank you very much for the donation, and this is just so cool to see the community come together and push towards a good cause like this. So
yeah, you're happy to see us doing this, and we are happy to see you here joining, being part of the community and donating as well. Makes all the difference. So thank you so much for those kind words.
100%.
So next we are going to be going into Clam Blitz on Anko 5 games. And I'm excited to see how this plays out because this is a map mode combination that really relies on synergy, strategy, and coordination. Sometimes you'll only see one push the whole game, but that one push is where you need to invest all of your time and effort into. And both teams have shown themselves to be capable of playing at this high level, being able to coordinate some of these really detailed strategies.
Yeah, the coordination we've seen thus far has been amazing to see, and I'm looking forward to see a top-tier Clams game happen in front of our eyes as well. Obviously, Clam Blitz is not as centralized as the other ranked modes, so they're going to see probably a lot of people spreading out a bit more, and just the clam economy, as they say, taking effect, making sure that the other team is denied access to clams when possible, and as you said, make sure those pushes are worth it when they do happen, because there can often be a lot of back and forth and sometimes stalemate like plays. But here we go, Anko 5, we're doing it.
Yeah, and we do see a couple of bamboos coming out on both teams there, as well as the umbrella being picked up here by Keen, going for that big boy brawly, which can be really useful on this map at clearing the path and giving your teammates a little bit of that cover for Clam Blitz.
Yeah, I got someone trying to sneak in on the side of towards the Slaughterhouse basket there, but gets chased away from power, and that Inkjet taking power out and just claiming this center area for themselves. Right now, 13 clams in the arms of Azure right now. No one with a power clam quite yet, but I'm sure they are keeping close eye on the numbers that they've got.
Yeah, they do have that power clam ready to go now, and with one player going down on the side of Slaughterhouse, they are looking for any opportunity they can to push in. Two big boys being stocked up now, and it's just waiting for that perfect moment, waiting for those specials to come in.
Oh, we've got one football into the basket there, slash power climb, I guess I should probably use proper terminology. And they only managed to get that one in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel that was a little bit preemptive. They're trying, like, they knew they had the clam, they knew they were in an okay position, but they didn't have the specials to be able to capitalize on that. And so now not only have they lost the clams that they were holding onto, they've also lost a bit of the map that they had control over as well.
Yeah, I noticed that the one that did throw in the clam, they were the only one up there, and they painted their own path, so it wasn't even turf for their fellow teammates to get in there and dunk their own clams in there. So maybe a little bit hasty, but they're regardless, they are back with another power clam. Pika throwing another one in with that high throw.
Yeah, and what I like now is seeing Pika come in with the baller as the follow-up, right? Having that special follow-up allows the teammates to come in and start trailing in more and more clams. So that felt like a much more sincere push in the way they coordinated the specials there. Pika with another baller, still just being a nuisance right in spawn.
Yeah, right now we've got someone there keeping the basket open with just a few clams here and there and maintaining turf control, but unfortunately,
that last jump. See, I love this because that was so well coordinated on the ability to continually keep the basket open. Having Pika just to be a nuisance around the spawn, not necessarily going for picks, but being the distraction just to allow the rest of the teammates to put in one more clam, and keeping that open long enough allowed for a jump in with the big boy clam to seal the deal. So that is amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Just that stall tactic, basically, in order to make sure that one of the teammates could build up that power clam and get that dunked in there was honestly surprising for me to see. I wasn't really paying attention to the clamometer on the side, and seeing that person jump into the last second with that power clam was really exciting to see.
We do have another $10 donation coming in from Dragulita. Dragulita, thank you so much. One of our lovely Canadian friends here. It's so good to see the community coming together, both the Canada community that a lot of the organization has been part in with Canada and the wonderful people down on EndGameTV. I know we've got a handful of we got a handful of Canadians on EndGameTV, and then we've got a couple of Americans there as well too.
100%. Pretty nice mixed crowd, and we're getting a lot of this like communal feeling all together. And sorry, while you were talking to me, I was just thinking. I had a thought.
You had a thought.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
A little bit, as you could hear from my through my voice there. But I want to, if for any of the Canadians still watching with us right now, specifically for people from the Alberta Squid Swamp, if you guys want to get another 8008 donation in, I'll do something special at the next LAN, and we can discuss that in a little bit. We got the next match starting.
So we are now jumping into a Splat zones and getting a chance to see Pika sticking in with the brush, which I think brush on this map here works very well, being able to sneak around, quickly paint both zones, and use that baller to get some aggressive plays in, exactly like what we're seeing there.
Yeah, just being able to zip around and almost had a flank. Looks like they're having a bit of a party here. Looks like their Tenderbrella disconnected, so looks like we're gonna hang on here for a quick second, they're gonna use their replay since it was within the first minute of the game. So until then, they're just gonna hang out and look each other deep in the eyes and tell each other how much they appreciate one another and what they're contributing to this charity. Though Soldier is polluting the ocean with the green ink.
No, Soldier, we need to save the ocean, not pollute it.
Exactly.
Wait. Good to see some good lighthearted squid parties here.
Yeah, not much squid partying, more or less just like some enjoying the contact of other Inklings and just like hanging out in like a somewhat peaceful run down of this timer, running circles around. But back to the TO desk here.
And as this caps out, we do have another donation coming in from Vince X with the $10. Thank you very much, Vince.
Very much appreciated. Crowd going wild in the background here. I see, what is that beige blob up there? It looks like a dog with glasses to me.
Could be Isabel.
Maybe, but I can't quite see. I'm very curious. But yeah, going back to the local crew, I'm thinking if we can get another 8008 donation from some local people in the Alberta Squid Swamp, I might put on a special outfit for our next LAN next time we have one too. I don't want to have all the fun taken up by EGTV here, so...
Yeah, if you're interested for information on how to donate, you can use that command !donate to find out in chat. And Andrew, where are donations going towards today?
Right now, donations are all going towards Direct Relief, who is providing support and has provided support worldwide for the COVID-19 crisis we're going through right now. Help supporting the people on the front line who are all helping help us get through this safely and together. I don't know who's in the pink hair up there, but they are rocking out.
I love it. I do want to say, like, COVID's affected everyone in their own personal ways, but for our events, we love to host LANs here, and in Alberta, we honestly will average about a LAN a month for our community. Having the last 2 LANs that we've had canceled due to this has just been devastating for us as TOs. So it's nice to be able to see online events like these where we can still come together and celebrate.
Yeah, video games being the great common ground that we have and just giving us the ability to hang out in person. But looks like we've got the next match started here. The replay already underway. And Tenderbrella up here, just making sure that these zones stay this light minty green.
Keen throwing out some of those curling bombs there and just using that tent to really keep paint and defense on the map.
Right now, Slaughterhouse is doing a really good job just keeping Azure in their spawn, though it looks like they have recently just broken out and tried to make using that rain to try and get those zones back in their control.
Yeah, and Azure was able to grab the zones for just a second there, which did give them a little bit of free time on the penalty clock, but they still haven't been able to secure the map control that's really needed to cap and coordinate a push here.
Yeah, they are trying to make it work. They've got one more Inkstorm coming in to help cap those zones, but they need to take a few of people out on Slaughterhouse in order to make it really happen.
Shy with a beautiful snipe, though, taking out that inkjet from Taylor and picking off Keen as well. This might be the opening they need to really secure the zone, but they will still have to deal with Soldier and those missiles, which are keeping a little bit of paint on the zone as well.
Yeah, 100%. They managed to get the penalty back on Slaughterhouse, but they quickly took it back and working through it slowly but surely. And looks like they're just having a hard time making these pushes last. I'm having a trouble seeing what's the cause of this. Do you have any thoughts on that?
You know, I feel a lot of it is dealing with the missiles and the inkjet. The missiles are putting so much pressure on the sniper that they're not able to get a good foothold enough to really build any turf momentum. And then suddenly having the oh wow, the umbrella getting a nice squish there. Yeah, and having the missiles comboed in with the inkjet can get those extra picks here and there. So that looks like that is a knockout on the side of Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, Keen being a bit cheeky and jumping off the edge on stream there, but
yeah, giving us some good laughs because you can't spell Slaughterhouse without house. Oh. And I think I just saw another donation there, a good 420 coming in. So thank you very much for that.